And here's another wasteful lifestyle. This is Bob Beckel, Democratic strategist. He's out looking for a new vehicle. What kind of vehicle will he get? He writes, if people insist on gas guzzlers, then they contribute towards the problem. What kind of car will Bob buy, since he cares so much about the environment? There's Bob there, look at him. Hey Bob, what kind of car are you gonna get?
Well, it's been 17 years since the Gulf War. Toyota. I'm a Democratic strategist. I'm a registered Democrat. I'm a liberal. I care for the environment more than the Republicans. I'm for clean air, for clean water, and the terrorist attacks, I'm against those. I'm against importing more oil. I'm for oil independence. Not sure which car I should really get. Yeah, I think I'll go for the Jeep. Yeah, 50 miles a gallon, I can deal with that. People are gonna think I'm real special.
I guess Bob Beckel, that Democrat, is part of that wasteful lifestyle that Jim McDermott talks about. Listen.
Oil-dependent, wasteful lifestyle.
Discussed over a year ago.
Take it easy. I know you want to defend yourself, but don't over-defend it.
Charles Schumer says there are tax breaks for these little cars. Is that true?
Let's see a show of hands right now, the people that are in this room. How many of you drive something that gets more than 40 miles to the gallon? Raise your hand.
That's us. That's us. We're real Democrats.
The chair counts 4 people.
That's us, Geo Metro. Look at you.
Why didn't Charles Schumer buy a car like me?
We have different fatality rates. We have very different driving conditions in the U.S. and in Europe. Many of the small mini cars in Europe would not meet the full plethora of our safety standards. So every vehicle sold in the United States would have to, whether it's a small or a larger vehicle, would have to meet every one of our safety standards.
Yeah, if that's not discriminating.
Why didn't Charles Schumer buy a car like me?
You know, tax deductions for cars is a good thing. We have them. It's just much too slow for what we need in terms of a crisis.
No, you don't. No, you do not have tax breaks for small cars or mini cars. I sent you a letter before 9/11 telling you to invest and look at tax breaks for small cars. But no, you spent more time bitching about the Saudis and how they're ripping us off instead of restraining your own wife and stopping her from buying a Ford Explorer that gets, well, geez, what does that Explorer get for gas mileage? And Mrs. Schumer, she's driving around in the Explorer now. Oh, yeah, she didn't want to drive around in that Geo Metro. That was available, but she chose the Explorer. Look at that, 23 barrels a year. And Mr. Schumer, he's driving the Taurus around in the Taurus. Look at the gas mileage. Look at that. He could have done better. Mr. Schumer could have did better with the Geo, huh, everybody? He sure could have. Look at that, 17 barrels a year. He could have did better. Could have did better. Charlie, you should have did better. And then here, you see, another issue, rollovers and SUVs, okay? Don't talk to me about my small car or my mini car. Come on, Mr. Schumer. Let's have some tax breaks for small mini cars. Thank you.
Oil-dependent, wasteful lifestyle. Oil-dependent, wasteful lifestyle.
Lifestyle, the lifestyle of the rich and famous. When I see Mr. Shaw in Skinny Atlas, I said to him, how's the Lexus? I go, why didn't they buy you a small, fuel-efficient car? And his wife went, we get 20 miles to a gallon. It's not that bad. Yeah, look at that, $40,000, and they couldn't buy him something like more fuel-efficient than 18 miles a gallon. What type of signal does that send to the, the people in Skinny Atlas? Oh, there he goes, almost 20 barrels a year. They could have got him the OGO.
Why didn't they buy a car like me? Look at the gas mileage that I get, and I'm very inexpensive to operate. Coming from the university, they should have known. Look at that.
We use double the oil per person.
The per capita average in
Africa, India, China, Japan, EU, Russia, there's where we are. Way, way above everyone else.
Thanks to Syracuse University. MTV, man, I'm ready for MTV.
The young people of America are especially interested in how they can serve.
They really are. The young kids really care. Those Democrats are doing a great job raising their children.
The channel remains extremely popular with its target audience, 12 to 34-year-olds. Last week, MTV announced a new initiative, Break the Addiction, to encourage young people to fight global warming. The person responsible for MTV is Christina Norman.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't even have 6 doors in my house. My dad would sell me for that car. So pretty.
The president of MTV. Let's welcome Christina Norman to the National Press Club.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, for that great introduction.
This ain't just pocket change.
MTV's newest pro-social campaign is Break the Addiction, a response to the president's State of the Union address warning about our country's addiction to oil and an increasing national debate on global warming.
I really like this part. The shining team.
The spirit of rebellion is part of our rock and roll DNA.
Put your fingerprints all over the rock.
So it's gonna be my car soon, you know.
And we're going to empower them by giving them simple, fun actions they can take to help the environment and, in the course, save themselves some money.
This particular one is $76,000. So roughly 100 grand.
Like high gas prices, Katrina and the Iraq War, and its impact on health issues like asthma and obesity, which are particularly alarming in the African American community.
I really like it.
If you don't buy this car, I'm going to buy it. Straight up.
Scratch below the surface and you're going to find a generation that's inspired to make a difference.
My dream car is a Hummer H3. We want a Hummer. I want that one right there.
And it's led to remarkable results.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this car.
They're the innovators who won't settle for the status quo and challenge everything.
I have to have this car for my birthday.
I'm going to show you how we get inside of their heads, to the point that sometimes we understand them better than they understand themselves. And the prospect of environmental meltdown. At MTV, we've been pulling out the latent activists inside of our audience since we blasted onto the scene 25 years ago. We're going to engage them through a 12-step program to help break their addiction and what activism means for them right now, to educate, empower, and engage them. That's the true spirit of rebellion that's at the heart of rock and roll. That's the real permanent youth revolution. So I leave you today with these words, written by a poet and passed down in a time-honored tradition. Rock on.
Because we're all so stupid.
They single out MTV as one of the channels they don't want to their homes because they say the channel glorifies
fuel-inefficient vehicles.
What is your reaction to this?
I think it's unfortunate that there are people who have based an opinion on MTV despite having never really watched MTV. Well, I'm here to talk about MTV's role, and we believe that our role is to educate and inspire a generation. You know, I think that that's been, again, the spirit of youth, the spirit of music, and it's something that we definitely take seriously.
Are we allowed to question your job?
Rock on.
But what if you achieve the wrong things?
Death to America. Death to America.
لأنها أكبر ناهب لثرواتنا ونفطنا